Recently, you had a conversation with 600Breezy. I think he was still in jail at the time.
Yeah.
About his Vlad TV interview, where he actually said in the interview he said he's seen it, but when you guys had a conversation, can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean that's just like a prime example of what I'm saying though, and it's just like, me and Breezy, we hashed that shit out, but it's just like people be doing that type of shit, bro, and they just be like, it be fucked up. And me, like when I talked to Breezy, I wasn't even gonna record the conversation because it was really like I didn't do that for the fans and all that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do that for that. That was really for me to get an understanding with him, and that was for me. That wasn't for the fans. But at the end of the day, I'm also a believer. I gotta bring shit to where it was brought to. Like, if you gonna say all this shit that fucked my name up in the public, and then you try to apologize in private, that's not how we doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you gonna throw dirt on my name in public, then you gotta make that same apology in public. Like, you don't get the woo woo, shorty did this, shorty did that, to say this on all these big ass platforms where millions of people is gonna see this shit, and then think when you go back and you try to take that shit back, then I'm just gonna let you just tell it to me in a dark room where nobody else can hear it, and that's just gonna be it. No, because a lot of people, they front they move. A lot, like, if I never would have recorded that conversation, he could have got anywhere on the internet or anything, act like he never even told me that shit. Like, I got that conversation in my phone right now. I talked to him like years some change ago. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh, okay.
at the end of the day, man, some shit you just gotta keep close because people front they move. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like that prime example. Like, man, you got up there, you said like you seen some paperwork on me, you seen this and that happen, and then I get on the phone with you and you like, man, yeah, I only said that shit because niggas was saying that shit, and then I went to jail and I heard you was talking to bro and them, you was booked with them, and then niggas ain't even see you, never got on the stand, and but bro, you really knew this already. You know what I'm saying? You knew this already, but at the end of the day, bro, that don't give you the right to say what you said. Because at the end of the day, all that shit you said, you made hella assumptions. He got on the This Is 50 interview and said, I set Rondo up. Like,
I didn't see
yeah,
that.
you could watch the This Is 50 interview. He said that I talked to Rondo on the phone, and then when I got off the phone with Rondo, the police, they was using, like, I was like, my phone was tapped, and I stayed on the phone with Rondo so the police could track his motherfucker, they could track his
Oh, with the cell phone. With the
yeah, you
cell
feel
phone
me? And
towers.
yeah, they could track his location off the cell phone. Then when I got off the phone with him, as soon as I got off the phone with him, he got locked up. But the nigga he was with when he got booked, Rondo, the nigga that Rondo was with, Odie, he had made a post and I had screenshotted the post because I had seen it. He was like, man, who would have thought a traffic stop would have turned into you being have a warrant for murder? You feel me? So now you basically letting a motherfucker know like it was some traffic stop shit or something, or some Dave and Buster, some shit, but it had nothing to do with my conversation with him. You feel me?
Mm.
But niggas be quick to jump the gun, you know what I'm saying, and say a lot of shit about a lot of shit, and that shit don't be true, and it come out later on down the line. That's why I be keeping a lot of shit in my motherfucking phone, because people like to say shit without proof, but they like to throw shit out there in the world and like let the world decide who gon' like, bro, really, it's so fucked up with humans, bro. And when anything when you dealing with humans, you gotta have real facts, bro, because us as people, bro, we not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I don't understand the justice system at all, because they let people that's not perfect judge people like they perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will be fighting a case, and you gotta pick 12 people that have literally nothing to do with this case. These motherfuckers come straight off the street, and these motherfuckers is the people that decide if I gotta do 60 years or not. And then they don't even come from my surroundings, so you really can't even make them think, like, what would y'all do in my situation? Like, it be motherfuckers in here fighting bodies, and you tell them go pick 12 people. When you fight murder, right before you go on trial, you got to pick your own jury. But it's always motherfuckers that literally don't come from nowhere where you come from. You feel me? So it's like they don't even understand what you probably did to protect yourself. You probably had a self-defense murder. A nigga was finna kill you, and you end up killing him, or something happened and you end up making the decision that had caused you to get right here. But they gonna judge you as if they've been in these same situations, but they haven't. You know what I'm saying? But it's like people in our city, bro, they throw a lot of shit out there and they just like want to see what the fans gonna believe. And when you playing with police shit and all that snitching shit, bro, you can't do that, bro. You gotta be speaking facts. Like me, I wouldn't never said a lot of shit a lot of niggas said unless I had the paperwork right there with me to show what I'm talking about. You know what
How
I'm saying?
many people actually lied about? Like, where did it actually come from?
because it came from that shit. Like this whole situation, it was just like, and people believed it because they was thinking like Dirk and them and Breezy and them was like credible people because they probably thought like, man, why would they lie on Shorty? But bro, like I tell people, like people got their own personal reasons for a lot of this shit. Like niggas didn't know that I had fucked Dirk baby mama, and that's the real reason that me and him been bumping heads. They didn't know that.
All right.
They just thought that this nigga just was tweaking with me because of that shit. But no, they didn't know because I'm not the type of nigga. I didn't even expose me fucking Dirk baby mama. You feel me? Until 2017 when I got out of prison. I had been fucking her since November of 13. You feel me? I didn't expose her for 4 years. Like that lets you know I'm not clout chasing. I'm not trying to break up no happy homes. I did the shit and I wasn't trying to gain nothing from it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to be on no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like people didn't know. But when I finally brought out the shit, they was like, nah, it makes sense. Now we see where the hate coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas didn't understand what the fuck was the issue with me and Breezy. But whole time, before this shit, me and Breezy never really liked each other. We was never the niggas that hung with each other in the hood or been around each other, used to call each other every day. We was never them type of niggas. You know, I was hanging in the hood with my crowd and folks was somewhere with his people. You know what I'm saying? But people be having their own type of morals of why they speak on what they speak on. You know what I'm saying? And why they say what they say. But if you're gonna tell lies, then you still don't got the right. Like, cause even if I don't like you, I'm not gonna lie on you. Like I'm the nigga that done gave plenty niggas credit. Like Ops, I'm talking about when Duck, FBG Duck. I don't know if you heard of him. You heard of him?
Yep.
When he first dropped that hit Slide, nigga, I was the first nigga from our end to play his song on live and rap it like I know it and I listen to it every day. Like, I gave him his props. Like, man, this shit cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't throwing no hate on him, no salt, no nothing. I don't do shit in private. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything I do, any relationships I establish, I don't get no fucking fist or more. I don't make popular decisions. I always do what's right. Like, a lot of niggas that was going with that snitch shit, they was just going with it because it was the popular thing. Like, it's hard for motherfuckers, say for instance, if everybody was saying you was telling, right? But none of them had no paperwork on it. And it was like, it's easy for me to be like, oh yeah, that nigga rap when somebody asks me about him. You feel me? Because everybody's saying it. So I might as well say the same shit. But for a motherfucker to be like a real stand-up nigga to be like, man, you know what? I don't know what's going on with that shit. Motherfucker saying he told, but I ain't never seen no paperwork on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got nothing against him. That's the type of nigga I'll be. Like, I would be that nigga, that one nigga that be like, bro, I ain't never seen no paperwork on dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he snitched. I know niggas saying he telling. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't no paperwork came out on this. It's been 5 years they tried to say he was telling. Ain't no nigga and ever pointed out and said that there ain't nobody got no paperwork on Shorty. Like, man, here it go right here. Shorty told. You know what I'm saying? In a 5-year stand. You know, all that paperwork shit, that shit public record. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't like hard to get at all. You can go get it right now. You know what I'm saying? That shit public record, bro. You can get that shit right now. You pay some bread, you can have the whole trial transcripts right now. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like you know, and another thing that people didn't know about it, what made me point out that it was a personal thing, because, you know, it was a lot of people that did rap on Rondo and C-Day that was from our hood.
Oh, okay.
That's from our hood. Like, females got on the stand on Rondo and C-Day and tricked and pointed them out, and they hang with them all the time.
Oh, wow.
They be with them all the time at all the guys, all the dead guys functions and shit. When the dead guys days come up, they throw parties for them, go kick it with them. They outside in the hood with them, you know. But it's like when y'all try to put that shit on my name and y'all try to shame me, like y'all wanted to try to separate from me, make me look like some nigga I wasn't. But here go business that's info, them paperwork that y'all seen with y'all own eyes, get up there and him did it, he did it. And y'all hang with them every day.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that shit should have made motherfuckers realize it's personal. And I got them same screenshots in my phone too. I can pull all this shit up. Anything I'm telling you, bro, I can pull up right now. Like, anything, the conversation with me and Breezy, the pictures with them hanging with the bitches that told on them. I got this shit in my phone. Like, I see this shit with my own eyes and I know what I know. You feel me? I don't go off when nobody tell me or nothing. I see this shit and I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that shit just be like, people just be having their own vendettas for why they do shit, bro.
Have you guys talked? Have you and Breezy talked since he's been out?
I mean, we ain't had no real live conversation about a lot of shit, but it's been like, you know, like we just copacetic, you know, like, you know, we kept that shit off our chest when he was in jail, so I don't make it be no beef. Like, you ask me right now, like when I'm speaking on this situation, it ain't like I got no hate towards Breezy or nothing. But I got to answer the question accordingly. And I got to speak on what's the real and what's the facts, what really happened. And the facts is that he said a lot of shit before he went to jail that he went against when I got on the phone with him. You know what I'm saying? And I basically brought up everything. Like I only put 60 seconds of the call on the phone, but everything that ever took place that he opened his mouth and said while he was out here, I asked him about on the phone with him. And he reneged all that shit, everything. He told me his reasons for saying what he said. And it was not because he saying nothing. It was because, oh man, motherfucker was saying it, motherfucker was telling me, and that's why I was saying it. I was saying it because woo was saying it, and you know that's fucked up because you one of them members and you one of them real faces, one of them real savages. You was really out here for motherfuckers to put that on your name. That was fucked up. You know that was the whole conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I was basically telling them like not trying to be on no bullshit, but I'm like, yeah, I understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it goes back to what I'm saying. Like, you can't put this shit out there like that. And, you know, it was like, it fucked me up with him because it's like, by him being from the hood, when he was saying a lot of this shit, it was just making me look at him like he had something against me the whole time. Like, I could never openly speak about one of my niggas in that type of way. Like, never. Like, because I'm not the one that's going to put everybody in our business. Like, if you really from the streets, you would know, like, that exposing rats that's from your hood is not a good look. I don't care how you try to shape it, because these yo homies. So whatever flaw that they got that made them tell still, that flaw might be in you because y'all was taught the same shit. We come from the same hood. So if a nigga from our block tell and he came up, lived the same life as me, and he ended up catching the case and he told, then if I expose this, that means it might be a flaw in me. That might mean I'll tell something. Because this nigga been with me and we've been through the same shit, been through the same trials and tribulations, folk, learned the same shit the same way at the same time. So if he caught a case and told, then a nigga would flip it and be like, man, shorty them over there. Oh, they have some rats, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like, bro, that shit goes a long way. Like having a rat in your circle or a snake, bro, that shit ain't no good look. You know what I'm saying? And that should reflect on everybody. That should reflect on everybody. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, you just talking like some shit, like, you know, you probably an OG from this street shit. You know how that rat shit go, bro. You can't have those flaws like that. You gotta, you know, like, you gotta really put that shit, man, that shit, like, that's some shit that you find out. You know what you know, your hood and your area know what they know. But as far as, like, everybody, nah, bro. I mean, whoever in the circle, whoever in the area, whoever supposed to know that type of shit, to say they self and make sure they stay the fuck away from that person, that's who knows. Yeah, but you know, like that type of shit is just like, I would never spoke on that type of shit in public because, you know, we all famous. So when we say shit, everybody around the world hears it. So it's like when you speaking on that type of shit about your own people, you gotta be speaking facts first. Then you gotta watch how you say everything. Because now it kind of flipped back on Breezy per se, because it was like, once you said all that shit with your chest out like that before you went to jail, then when I caught you on that phone and you kind of like reneged on, nah, bro, I want. It make you look like you're not a reliable source no more. So now when you open your mouth about a lot of shit, you look like a liar. You feel me? Because that's real shit, bro. Like, if a nigga would have made me look like a liar on some shit like that, like nothing I said after that makes me, I can't believe nothing you say now. Like, y'all would probably think that. Like, you hear, like, a lot of people gonna look like, man, he be just talking. We already seen that. So now you look like a liar or a nigga that can't be trusted. So you fucked yourself up, really.